Hey, what's up? Welcome to Poetic Deafness. Yeah. What is today's video about? Today's video is gonna be about depression. People tend to undermine the fact that depression is very real. It is very, very real. For the simple fact is that definitely in Islam, people tend to think that you can obviously cure depression by just going to the masjid and just praying salah and just, making, dua. And it doesn't work like that. Like, mental illness is very real, and then you can't just put it on a back burner and act as if it doesn't exist, because that's the issue. That is a very real issue. Because if people come to you with the problem, you can't send them away and be like, oh, it's because you steered away from the path of Allah. Oh, it's because, you're losing your iman, or it's because you've weakened your iman. You can't do that. Like, obviously they're reaching out for help to you for a reason. So what would you think if you would be questioned about that on the day of judgment? Think about it. How would you feel if you were to be questioned about that on the day of judgment? Because, all our actions have an ending result. Positive, negative, it all has an ending result. And it all affects every single person. Whether you want to realize it or not, your actions do affect the next person. So, instead of you guys only going to go check up on your people whenever you want something, go and check up on them often, man. Go and check up on them, just to see how they're doing. Call in often and be like, hey, I was just calling to see how you're doing. Just wondering if you need anything. So, yeah, if people are constantly feeling used and mistreated and unloved and insignificant, but feeling worthless, that is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for disaster. That is what I'm telling you guys. So stop only calling people whenever you want something. Stop calling them whenever it's convenient for you. Stop calling them whenever you need something, because of the fact that you know someone who just goes about every day smiling as if, there's just no worry in the world. Those are often the people that are just carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they just need someone to hug them and to feel validated, and to feel like they're not alone, and to feel loved, point blank period. Because I've gone through a period of that, and I still go through periods of that. However, some people are able to pull themselves out of the rut, and some people aren't, and that's okay. But man, it can definitely be too late. It can definitely be too late, because depression can definitely lead to some tragic results. And think about, and in the last, 2 weeks of the death of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain, two people within days apart. And these are people that are in the industry. Think about the people that aren't in the industry, the ones that are actually crying out for help. That people in the communities feel as though it's, mental illness doesn't exist, or especially in families with people of color, a lot of people tend to think that depression doesn't exist. It's all mental. It's all mental. And I know this because it's in my family. So, and you guys have got to stop doing that. You guys got to stop doing that. If you know somebody who's dealing with depression and are just so down, go over and check on them. Even if you can't physically go over and check on them, text them, call them, write them. Let them know that you're present. Let them know that you're there. Let them know that you care. Let them know that they're validated. Let them know that they're valuable, that they're worth living, that they have something to live for. Because believe me, not a lot of people know that. And not a lot of people feel as if they have something that's worth living for. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Assalamu alaikum. See you later.